CM107 course. So I thought I would show you a little video that would help you see what you need to do each week and how to navigate through the course. Alright, so imagine, you will, that you've just come to your English 107 course. You've opened it up, and here's what you see. Every week you're going to see a series of announcements, and that's the first thing you probably should do, is look through the announcements. For example, if you're not sure what's due in Unit 1, you click on Unit 1 Overview, and you'll notice that Overview gives you a summary of the week, what the theme of the week is, what your assignments will be, the reading, the discussion, the journal, the seminar assignments. If you have a project in a week, you'll also see that listed in the overview. You do not have a project in Unit 1 though, and your Unit 1 information instead tells you that you instead have a reading, a discussion, an introduce yourself, a journal, and a seminar to complete this week. If you click on Unit 1, here's what you'll see. The first page you'll see is the Unit 1 overview. Read the instructions, read the information about the unit. It will introduce you to the theme, the journey of the hero, and how this is relevant to you as a writer. And then you'll notice down on the bottom that there are icons. There's an introduction icon. If you click on this, this is where you find out what you need to do to introduce yourself to your classmates. To access that, all you need to do is, as the instructions indicate, click on the Introduce link on your left, and there you see the instructions for how to introduce yourself. When you're ready to answer the question, you click Respond, and then a box opens up, and this is where you type your answer in, your introduction. Give it a subject, spell check it with the ABC check, and then when you're ready, you post response. When you want to read and respond to your classmates' post, you click on that person's introduction, you read that introduction, and if you want to respond to it, you click Respond. Then a box will pop up, and you type in the box, and then when you're ready, post response. If you go back to Unit 1, you'll see that you also have a reading assignment. You click on that, and you'll see the information for what you should read this week. For example, you need to read Chapter 1 in the KU Guide to Successful Writing, Chapter 3 in the KU Guide to Successful Writing, and review a video in the Writing Center on how to write effective discussion board posts. Once you do this, then you are ready to go back and move through the rest of the week's to-do list. That includes the discussion, which if you click on that, you'll see the instructions. After you watch the Joseph Campbell video, you consider the discussion question, the topics that you're asked to write about, you think about it, and then when you're ready, you start to write your post. Please notice that each week you have instructions for what to respond to, how long your response should be at a minimum, how many classmates at a minimum that you need to respond to, and how long each one should be at a minimum. When you're ready, go back over here to the left and click on Discussion. That will take you to the discussion links. When you're ready to respond, you click on Respond. And again, the dialog box will pop up, and you can then begin to format your discussion. Once you're done with that, you can continue on. Remember, you need to work on your discussion throughout the unit. Post your initial discussion as soon as you can. My advice is by Saturday, and then respond to at least 2 classmates and to my questions throughout the week. Everything is due no later than Tuesday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Seminar information is the next icon that you see. You will get an invite each week from me and you will see in that invite what time the 2 seminar options are for you. If you cannot attend the seminar, the instructions are here for what to do. That if you're unable to attend the seminar, you view the recording of the seminar you missed, and you complete a 250-word summary of that seminar and what you learned and how it would help you as a writer. And then you submit that to the unit seminar Dropbox as a Word attachment. The other assignments are the Learning Journal. This is every week between Units 1 and 9. If you click on the Learning Journal icon, you'll get the instructions. Here you're told that your journal each week will be 150 to around 200 words, but certainly feel free to write more than that. And then if you scroll down, your journal assignment for each week is here. In Unit 1, you're told to describe the most positive experience you've had with writing in the past. Write at least 150 words, and then here are the directions for how to post your journal. The instructions tell you how to go about clicking on the Journal tab, how to add your entry, how to number it, like Unit 1 Journal, how to type it in, and then how to submit it to me by clicking on the Share Entry with Instructor. Once you've done that, then you will have submitted it. But those instructions are there for you each week. By the way, in every unit, when you go through the discussion, you will see that I've already posted something. There will be a sample unit discussion board post each week. Read over that and see what other students have done in the past to not only post their initial discussion, but also how to respond to classmates. These are not perfect samples, but they can help you to, in fact, see how someone can respond, some things that you could do, but you, of course, need to make this personal and individual and unique. Now, each week you'll also see across the top in each unit some more tabs, like your grade book, the email tab, the doc sharing tab, the Dropbox tab, and the journal tab. Those are the most important ones. For example, your grade book allows you to click on it and see your work that you've submitted with feedback. Email allows you to email me and your classmates. Doc sharing, if you click on that tab, this is where you will find your term calendar, a copy of the syllabus, sample projects like the Unit 9 project. The Dropbox is where you go to submit work like your seminar and project work. The journal is, of course, where you submit your journal. Follow the instructions, though, for each of these carefully so that you earn as many points as possible. Please make sure that also you look at your syllabus, because your syllabus will give you guidelines, how much each project and each assignment counts for you. And if you look at the rubrics link in your syllabus, this tells you what each assignment should do. So, for example, if you'd like to earn an A on the rubric for the discussion board, you have to make sure that you meet all these requirements. For example, in your discussion board, your responses have to be on topic, reference the unit reading material, be written clearly, meet or exceed length requirements, and have at least 2 or more responses to classmates that are thoughtful and advance the discussion, which means that responses that simply praise or repeat do not earn full credit. If you pull down, you'll see each assignment, like the seminar, what's required of you. That, for example, to make an A, you arrive on time, you stay the entire seminar, and you interact with me and your classmates and stay on topic. Here is the rubric for the journal. It's a credit, no credit. You earn 10 points each week if you respond to the topic and it meets the length requirement. If it does not receive any credit at all. Then each project also has a rubric that gives you the guidelines and the expectations for each project. Now, I know that's a lot to cover in a 10-minute video, but once you get used to the course and know how to navigate it, you're going to have an easier time following the instructions, meeting all requirements. Remember that if you go to Course Home, you'll see all the announcements that I post. These are very helpful, and each week, again, I'll post several, and I'll also send you out helpful tidbits and information. Before I go, though, you'll notice also on the left-hand side here that you have links to a couple of important things, like the KU Library and the Writing Center. Let me encourage you to certainly use the Writing Center, to click on that link so that you can access the live tutors, their writing reference library, and all the other resources that they have available there. This list here, from the tutor to the paper review services to the writing reference library, help with APA formatting and the writing workshops, and the podcast, for example, tremendous help. So make sure that you take advantage of this wonderful resource. All right, if you have any questions, email me and let me know, and I hope that this little video has helped you to navigate the course a little easier. If you have questions, though, let me know. All right? Thanks.